Hello and welcome to today's podcast. On this podcast, I have a very good friend of mine, Tobiloba Ogumesi Peculiar. Yes? Is
Yeah.
that okay? And on today's podcast, we'll be talking about stigmatization. And stigmatization in the sense that most times people tend to, we humans, Toby will say, don't let me generalize it, but most times certain people, is that better? Certain people tend to call people based on what has happened to them. That's the raped girl, that's the orphan boy, that's the brown teeth girl. And personally, it has happened to me before. In primary school, I was called Tom Brown Teeth. I was not called Tom Brown Teeth, but obviously it was my teeth. Tom Brown, I was called Opa. Is this it looks like moi moi ish, I guess. It looks like moi moi, yeah. So it's yellow. And that was because of my teeth. Sure you get. So and I feel things like that shouldn't happen, because we shouldn't call people based on things that happened to them or based on a certain scar they have. We should try to sympathize with them and try to understand that maybe this part is not something they are so proud of. We don't have to nail it on their head every time. And then we see people do it almost every time, especially when they want to catch crews. You where your papa don't die, or like we just see people that take sensitive issues very, very light. And then I begin to wonder, why do people do that? Why have you ever done it? Do you know people who do it? And why do you think people do that?
Who knows, I might have done it, I might have been a victim too.
Okay.
But I believe the major reason why this would occur, you spoke about sensitivity, because they are insensitive to certain things like that. Some just really want to catch groups, and to them it's just gross. They feel you should be strong enough to hold those words in, not knowing that it is actually hurting you within. And even when you tell them that, okay, this thing is hurting me, stop saying this, they would keep on saying it, because to them it is just joking. Let us just laugh, let us just yab you, kind of a thing. But we're still based on they being insensitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you think it's cool? Do you think it's cool?
It is not cool. Insensitivity is not cool, because once you are hurting a person, that is not cool. If your words are causing damage to someone's heart or causing damage to someone's life, then that isn't cool. Scripturally, the power of life and death lies in the tongue. And so our words should be of grace. Our words should speak life into people's hearts. So you don't know what someone is going through. You don't know how huge their situation is in their life. And so once you just come off with, oh, that short boy kind of a thing, or that raped girl, it affects them somehow. And you might think it is just normal to you. To you, it is just normal, and that's the problem of the world, because you just take it as normal to them, not realizing the fact that, okay, fine, this thing might be normal to me, but then it is hurting the person. I guess the major realization is once we begin to put ourselves in other people's shoes, then we start realizing, okay, we are not meant to do certain things. In fact, one of the golden rules, I don't know why I'm talking scripturally, but then second golden rule is love your neighbor as yourself. I feel if you're able to fulfill that part of the scriptures, then certain things like this will not occur. Because if you don't like someone to call you short boy, you shouldn't call someone fat girl. If you don't like someone to call you raped girl, then you shouldn't call someone ugly boy.
Oh wow.
So I feel everyone, one way or the other, have been both a victim and both someone that is speaking those things.
Yes,
so everyone has stigmatized someone one way or the other. You've done so now you realize.
Yes, I have. When you mentioned the short boy, I was like, oh, there's someone actually called Tim, and I think that's bad.
Yeah, you see,
because that's something they can't do anything about.
Exactly. So you might just put unnecessary pressure on the person to start taking unnecessary supplements that might
make them fat.
That might turn them to another thing entirely. So I feel once we are being cautious about other people's feelings, once we are being cautious about certain things, then we wouldn't do certain things ourselves. Because if you don't want something to occur to you, if you don't want someone to speak ill to you, then you shouldn't speak ill to the other person. So I feel this is just a I wouldn't call it pattern to live life. I wouldn't call it normal too.
You said golden rule.
Okay, it is simply a principle of living. If you want to live better life, if you want to live rightly amongst others, then I feel you should be considerate. You should be sensitive about these matters.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Toby. I don't know why I called you Mr.
Yeah, you can call me peculiar. I feel I like peculiar.
You like, it's not you feel. You like peculiar. Peculiar is like...
Peculiar mean.
When they call you peculiar, I don't know, it's like when you call a king by a king. I don't know. That's like... It tickles you.
Because you don't know how the name came, so how the name came about. So I feel we should continue the podcast.
I would have loved to ask you, how did the name come about? But I guess
you guys
would
want to
answer.
know next time.
I know you would not answer.
Definitely.
But well, Mr. Toby, thank you. So, Mr. Peculiar, thank you so much for your knowledge. I was actually speaking about the more sensitive part, but then I guess there's really, I think they are all sensitive, both when you call someone short, when you call someone fat, when you call someone thin, when you call someone short, when you call someone thin, when you call someone, whatever it is that you call people, just ugly or anything.
Long-haired.
When you call someone long-haired or something, just realize that these are certain things they can't change about themselves. And even if they want to, even if they can, you shouldn't be the trigger. Let it be something they personally want to work on themselves. Don't.
So no matter how much cruising, there should be limits to your cruise.
Yes. No matter the cruise, let there be limits. Don't forget the golden rule: love your neighbor as yourself. That's the golden rule. So whatever you don't want to be said to you, regardless of the situation, don't do that to other people. If you don't want people to call you a certain name, don't call other people certain names, depending on the situation they might be in. And that's all for today, guys. That's a wrap. Enjoy the rest of your day and give us a sign out, Mr. Peculiar.
What goes around comes around.
Really? What do you expect?
I'll be back.
You'll be back. You will be back.
I will be back.
Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.